What is good? What is good, everybody? Welcome into the live stream today. It's Tuesday, man. We going for another travel news Tuesday. So welcome into the stream. I am your host, Jay. The YouTube channel is called Tripping with Jay. And if you like travel news, travel vlogs, travel reaction videos, and to talk about pretty important travel topics on Thursdays as well. Make sure you go ahead and subscribe to the channel, guys. So welcome in. And if you are new here, Tuesdays, we do travel news, man. Let's get into it and not waste any time. And I know we just hit 20,600 subscribers on the channel. So appreciate all the new subscribers tuning into the live stream today. Shout out to you guys. So as always, guys, we start off with the State Department's travel advisory list, and we have a few new countries here. We got Sierra Leone, which was just updated yesterday at a level 2 exercise increased caution for unrest, crime, and health. Nepal, level 3. I think that one's a newer one too. It's reconsidered travel for unrest, for civil unrest. I think they're having like some type of civil war inside the country. And then a level 2 for Armenia, exercise increased caution. Belarus is an absolute do not travel, a level 4, which is the highest that you can go. And then DRC, or the Democratic Republic of Congo, is a level 3, which is reconsider travel for unrest, crime, kidnapping, or hostage taking, terrorism, and other. So let's go into the two scariest ones. So DRC and Belarus. So for Belarus, they say do not travel to Belarus due to the Belarusian, that's a good word, authorities arbitrarily enforcement of local laws, the risk of detention, the continued facilitation of Russia's war against Ukraine. Crazy. The potential of civil unrest and the embassy's limited ability to assist U.S. citizens residing in or traveling to Belarus. U.S. citizens in Belarus should depart immediately. Immediately. So this is major, bro. And this is back in August 28th. So yeah, if y'all still in Belarus, bro, get out. And then for DRC, reconsider travel to the DRC due to crime and civil unrest. Some areas have increased risk due to armed conflict. So if you are traveling to the DRC or Belarus, it is advised that you leave. So that is it for the travel advisements, or the important travel advisements that we covered there. Let's go on to one of the 3 news stories that we have preed up for you guys. So the first news story is from the New York Post, and it is titled "Americans Struggle with Travel Dysmorphia Amid Social Pressures, New Survey Shows." I picked this because this is the news that we're going to cover here is so fresh. There is no other YouTube videos about it now. So you guys are hearing it first here on Tripping with Jay. So let's start off here. So the reason why I picked this is because a lot of people have this notion of trying to keep up with the Joneses, right? You see your best friend, or you see a buddy of yours that you see always traveling in Spain and France, Europe, where have you. And you're like, man, I got FOMO. I'm missing out. What am I missing out on? I would love to travel. So hopefully they actually define it, because this is a pretty interesting story. So let me start off. Let me see if you guys can actually see the words. Is that better for y'all? I think that's a little bit better, but I'll read it for you guys as well. Nearly 7 in 10 Americans suffer from travel dysmorphia, the feeling that they haven't seen enough of the world compared to others. Don't do that, man. Comparison is the thief of joy. So guys, don't compare yourself to other people. You just live your own life the best that you can. A survey of 2,000 U.S. adults split evenly by generation revealed that less than half, 48%, are satisfied with how much they've traveled in their lifetime. Social media appears to be a key driver of that sentiment, which I think social media personally is very evil. And I am forced into social media because of what I do here on YouTube, which is cool, I guess. But over a third, 35%, cite friends and family members' travel posts as triggers. And another 32% say travel conversations with peers heighten feelings of inadequacy. Yo, this is crazy. This is such a crazy topic. Among Gen Z, this effect is more pronounced. 47% say influencer and YouTube content contributes to their travel dysmorphia. And more than half, 55%, report that social media makes them feel like they're behind in life overall.
Bomba.
Yikes, guys. I did not know this was even a thing. So more than a quarter of Gen Z, 26%, and millennials, 27%, admit they're embarrassed about their travel experience or perceived lack thereof. Boy, the study conducted by Talker Research on behalf of Sept Group revealed that only 10% of Americans feel they have achieved all of their travel goals to date. Current obstacles include cost, which is, I think, the major one, 63%, work commitments as being at 19%, family responsibilities, which is 19%, and logistical fatigue at 18%. Holy. Okay. Additionally, many younger respondents cited a someday mindset. Someday I'll get to it. Someday I'll be able to travel, assuming they still have plenty of time to reach their travel goals. 22% for Gen Z and 16% for millennials as a reason for delaying travel. Despite the barriers, Americans remain eager to explore. Nearly 1/3, which is 32% of Americans, have never left the country.
Bruh.
32% of Americans have never left the country. That is a wild statistic. Only 12% don't intend to do so. And the average person hopes to see 22 different countries. Yo, that is a wild statistic. The top global destinations Americans aspire to see include Japan, 24%, Paris, Greece, Australia, Puerto Rico, which is not a separate country, but okay, Germany, and even more remote locales like Antarctica and Vietnam. Okay, people want to go to Antarctica. That's acceptable. These findings speak to the deeper emotional realities surrounding modern travel. Travel has become more than a milestone. It's now a marker of fulfillment and success, said Ken Muscat, president of Sept Group USA and LATAM. People aren't just falling behind on destinations. They're falling behind on experiences they thought would define this chapter of life, and they're not sure how to catch up. But mindsets are shifting. Results find that Americans are moving away from aspirational bucket lists and focusing on more international, achievable travel in the shorter term. A quarter of baby boomers are focusing on smaller, more attainable trips, and Gen X are choosing more meaningful destinations. Gen Z are prioritizing travel with friends and family, 21%, and are saying yes to every opportunity, which is 17%, while millennials are working to make the most out of every trip. That is wild. Oh, there's still more to the story. Beach vacations and road trips are most popular and, guys, most affordable as well, with 25% interested in booking all-inclusive escapes. That is the cheat code. That's the cheat code right there. When you find out a price for a specific trip and they have an all-inclusive resort that includes food, drinks, including alcohol, and your beachfront, just save up for the trip and go to the all-inclusive spot, and you're good. You're golden. You're not going to spend any extra money besides tipping, right? So cruising is also seeing broad appeal. 28% of respondents want to take an ocean cruise, 18% are drawn to river cruises, and 6% hope to embark on polar expeditions. Gen Z respondents expressed interest in seasonal trips like holiday markets, 20%, while Gen X is looking toward historical and cultural tours. Wildlife experiences at 22%, wellness retreats at 13, and culinary adventures at 12 are also on the rise across all age groups. Crazy. With so many places to go and things to do, the best may be yet to come, as those under the age of 30 believe they will only be traveling more as they get older. This is a wild story, bro. This research shows that Americans are rethinking what meaningful travel looks like. And when someday should start, says Muscat, a lot of us grew up with the idea of a bucket list, but that often keeps experiences stuck in the future. A living list is about shifting that mindset, embracing travel as something you build into your life now and not wait for later. Dog, yo, if you are comparing yourself in any aspect to somebody else, especially when it comes to travel, you're messing up, man. Do not ever compare yourself or your life to someone else's life, because that will steal the joy out of the life that you're already experiencing. You only get this one body, you get one time on this earth, and you don't know when your last day here is. So enjoy every single day, every single moment, every single minute, every single second. You better enjoy it, because there's a whole lot of people that are not here anymore that planned for tomorrow, that planned for the future, that had plans with somebody else, and they just passed away unexpectedly. So if you wake up in the morning, man, just be thankful that you woke up and max out that day. Right? So do your absolute best and to live the best day every single day. And that's my advice. Okay, that's it for that story, which was pretty wild, to say the least. Let's move on to a secondary story here. It's from Amex. I thought this was pretty interesting. They built an all-in-one travel app and some digital tools to simplify and enhance the premium travel journey. Shout out to all my Amex Platinum people out there. You guys in the bougie club, I guess. Get that Centurion Lounge experience. So, American Express is making the travel experience easier, smarter, and more personalized with the launch of new digital tools designed to elevate every stage of the travel journey for card members. As the latest innovations in American Express' long history of high-touch, premium travel experiences, these new tools can help make unforgettable travel even more accessible while meeting card members' evolving travel needs and preferences. Travelers want a simpler way to plan and book trips all in one place. And the new Amex travel app delivers just that, says Audrey Hindley, president of Amex Travel. For over a century, Amex has been a trusted travel partner, and now we're putting all the elements of creating unforgettable travel experiences, from discovering inspired destinations to booking and trip management, directly into our card members' hands. So for what I can get from this so far is that they've made an app that you can plan your trip from beginning to end, all within the app. And I think they have a little video here too. Let's take a look. They don't have any sound. They don't have any sound, guys. Uh-oh. But I guess they're giving you a little look into the app here. It's kind of nice. All right. That's dope, though. They have that to offer you guys. So I'll go through this shortly here. This won't take too long. A recent Amex survey found that 81% of respondents wished there was an all-in-one app that paired booking capabilities with travel inspiration. It is designed as the ultimate travel companion and will be available to iOS users starting September 18th, which is in 2 days, and to Android users a few weeks thereafter. Android users always get the apps last, bro. Just like Instagram. This innovative booking app will empower card members to unlock unforgettable journeys, seamlessly blending Amex's curated travel insights, a portfolio of premium offerings, and high value benefits. Oh, their marketing department is on fire, bro. I have never heard this many buzzwords in an entire paragraph in my lifetime, bro. All right, features include destination inspiration. Hey, somebody hire a rapper for this one. The survey found that 52% of respondents feel overwhelmed by choices when booking a trip. Themed guides and curated travel content within the app makes it easier to discover the perfect getaway. Smart planning tools. 55% of respondents typically visit at least 3 websites to book travel options for their trip: flight, hotel, and transportation. Card members can now organize trip details in one place without juggling multiple websites. Ooh, that's kind of cool, because that's actually true. Because you go to one website, you book your flight. You go to Expedia, Airbnb for your hotel or for accommodations, and then transportation from said airport to hotel or Airbnb is another app or another website. So this is actually kind of cool. Okay. And now I'm understanding the need and the market for this app, especially if you're an Amex subscriber. Seamless booking. 56% of millennial and Gen Z respondents spend at least 4 hours planning trips. The app allows card members to more efficiently book flights, hotels, and car rentals. That is crazy. What? I'll leave you guys to do some more research on this app, but it'll be available in a couple of days for iPhone users, and then Android users will get it whenever. But that's there. That's there for you guys to take a look if you're a holder of an Amex card, which is pretty damn expensive if you're doing the platinum. I think it's almost $1,000 now for the annual fee that they're updating it to. But let's go to the main story of this stream. It is they're saying that Vietnam just took over Thailand as the top destination for Chinese tourists. And this may be very similar to American tourists as well, coming up in the future. And this was just published today, so this is fresh news. They don't even have a YouTube video for it yet. We're making one right now. So Vietnam's tourist industry has witnessed an unbelievable boom in 2025 with a wave of 3.5 million Chinese tourists, setting a new record for Vietnam. The boom pushed Vietnam to overtake Thailand as the mainland Chinese market leader, rendering a tremendous change in the tourism map of Southeast Asia. The change is due to shifting taste in the international tourism market and the growing power of independent tourists with a demand for more unique and varied holiday experiences. Oh boy, and people have been talking about Thailand's tourism decline for some time this year as well. So Thailand's decline. Key factors behind the loss of Chinese tourists. And it's not just Chinese tourists, guys, it's American tourists as well. Thailand's tourism numbers from China have plummeted by around 35% in 2025. That's crazy. Largely due to ongoing issues with scam centers and the high-profile kidnapping of a Chinese actor in January. What? Bomba! Which has raised concerns over safety. Ooh, and Thailand's supposed to be quite a safe country, from what I can recall. These incidents have caused a marked decline in Chinese tourist arrivals, prompting many to seek alternative destinations like Vietnam, which is perceived as a safer and more authentic travel experience. The US 3.5 billion USD revenue loss for Thailand represents a significant blow to the region's tourism industry. And that's just from Chinese tourists, or is that as a whole? As the redirection of tourism dollars flow into Vietnam and its neighboring countries, this has sparked a realignment in the Southeast Asian tourism market, creating new opportunities for countries like Vietnam to thrive while while Thailand rather faces a sharp decline. Vietnam's appeal: a fresh, authentic experience for Chinese tourists. For a new group of Chinese travelers, Vietnam offers something different. Vietnam's appeal lies in its authenticity and its relatively untouched, off the beaten path appeal. The country is seen as more fresh compared to traditional destinations like Thailand, offering unique cultural experiences in a less commercialized, more immersive tourism environment. Unlike Thailand's bustling, tourist heavy locations, Vietnam offers travelers the chance to engage deeply with its local culture, natural landscapes, and heritage. This shift in interest reflects a fundamental change in the travel habits of China's emerging independent tourist market as they move away from overcrowded destinations and embrace authentic personal travel experiences. Vietnam's historical year. Record-breaking tourist numbers, bro. This is crazy. With nearly 14 million foreign arrivals so far in 2025.
Bruh.
Vietnam is witnessing its best tourism year to date. The surge in Chinese tourists has been a key factor in this success, with arrivals from China seeing a 44% year-on-year increase. Holy, that's what? Through August. This significant rise in Chinese tourists is not just limited to Vietnam's capital, Hanoi, or the popular Ho Chi Minh City, but extends to lesser-known gems like Sapa and Phu Quoc Island, further boosting the country's tourism footprint. This growth put Vietnam on track to become one of the leading tourism hubs in Southeast Asia, as it continues to attract visitors with its blend of history, nature, and cultural experiences. The country's success story exemplifies how authenticity and sustainability are becoming key drivers for global tourists seeking meaningful travel experiences. Bruh, Vietnam is coming up. If you guys haven't heard of Da Nang, Vietnam, y'all better do your research, because Da Nang is supposed to be the next hotspot for not only digital nomads, but just for regular travelers too. So look that up as well. And Dalat as well. So Malaysia joins the regional growth surge. Malaysia's on the list too, guys. Not only Vietnam, but other Southeast Asian countries such as Malaysia are also benefiting from the shifting tides of Chinese tourism. Malaysia recorded a 35% increase in mainland Chinese visitors during the first half of 2025.
Bomba,
largely driven by enhanced air travel connectivity and the growing appeal of the country's cultural and natural attractions. With airline seat capacity from China to Malaysia increasing by 50%. Oh my goodness gracious, man. The country has successfully capitalized on the changing preferences of Chinese tourists looking for new destinations with less overt commercialization. Like Vietnam, Malaysia is emerging as a top choice for independent Chinese travelers, offering cultural experiences that go beyond typical sightseeings. Independent Chinese travelers, the face of tourism. And you guys know that Chinese travelers, when they travel, they spend money. And this is why this story is so important, because when you see a change in where people go, specifically the Chinese traveler, that is a typical indicator that the travel destinations, at least in its popularity, is shifting. So when it shifts from Thailand to Vietnam and Malaysia, something has to change in Thailand to re-attract those Chinese tourists back into the country. So let's continue with the article. A key factor driving the shift in Chinese tourism is the rise of independent travelers. Unlike previous generations who preferred organized tours in well-trodden destinations, today's Chinese tourists are increasingly seeking personalized, authentic experiences. This trend has been accelerated by the ease of online travel resources, allowing tourists to plan their own trips and explore less conventional destinations. Bruh. Vietnam, with its relatively underdeveloped tourism infrastructure compared to more traditional destinations, has become an ideal choice for this growing group of adventurous travelers. The desire for cultural engagement, untouched nature, and local experiences is now leading Chinese tourists to prioritize experiential travel over standard vacation packages. There you have it, man. There you have it. That's where Vietnam is whooping Thailand's butt. So let's see. The long-term implications of Southeast Asia's tourism industry. This is probably going to be an important part here. So the shift in Chinese tourist traffic represents a long-term transformation in Southeast Asia's multi-billion, with a B, dollar tourism industry. As Vietnam rises to prominence, Thailand and other regional players must adapt to those changing preferences to maintain their position in the global tourism market. For Vietnam, this surge in Chinese tourists is just the beginning. And when I say Chinese visitors, guys, I want to kind of make you think that it's going to be all visitors, because the Chinese will move first and then everybody else is going to shift to Vietnam and Malaysia after. So this is going to be like a tide of people transitioning to a different country. Let's continue. And its tourism potential will only grow as the demand for authentic, sustainable travel experiences continues to increase. Man, they lost $3.5 billion. That's crazy. The $3.5 billion in lost revenue for Thailand illustrates the economic impact of this regional shift. As Vietnam continues to attract more visitors, it will likely see increased investment in infrastructure, marketing, and local businesses, further boosting its position as a top Southeast Asian tourism destination. Bro, this is one of the reasons why I'm going to Vietnam as well, right? So personally, I'm going to be in Thailand for about 3 weeks, like 2.5, 3 weeks. And then I'm going to spend a week and a half, like a week or a week and some change in Vietnam. And I have an inkling that I think I'm going to actually enjoy Vietnam and Da Nang more than I'm going to enjoy Thailand. I'm scared to say that, but we're going to see. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, guys. I'm going to do IRL streams damn near every day. So I think that's pretty much it as far as we can get from this article, man. So just know that the wave is changing. Okay. So everybody that wants to move to Thailand or visit Thailand, I would say do it as soon as possible while it's still kind of like decently popping, but understand that there is a tourism decline in Thailand and it's shifting to Vietnam and Malaysia. Okay. Let's see. All right. That is all the stories that I had. I just think that, the Chinese tourists, they know something, that they understand that like Thailand may not be the best bet in Southeast Asia anymore to vacation to, because they have other choices. They have Vietnam, they have Malaysia, they sometimes have the Philippines, right? But Vietnam and Malaysia, those are going to be your two safest bets, because not only are they are very comparable to Thailand as far as affordability, you also have great weather and you have higher safety than Thailand as well, and the Philippines. So they're going to be the natural choices going forward, in my humble opinion, which is why I got to see it for myself, man. I always say that never trust somebody else's opinion about a place, because their experience may be entirely different than yours. And it's always best to go to a place and put your own 2 feet on the ground and have your own experience to form your own opinion, and get out of your echo chamber of like, oh my goodness, Thailand is not what it used to be. I'm like, go there for yourself if you've never been. I've been before. I love Thailand. So I can't wait to go back and then visit Vietnam for the first time and then go to South Korea as well afterwards. So that is going to be it, guys. Remember to make sure that you're subscribed to the channel and hit the bell notification so you can be notified when I go live, which is 3 times a week, every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. Tuesday, we do the news. Thursday, we do travel topics that are pretty important. And then Saturday, we do travel reactions live. So make sure you're subscribed and hit the bell notification so you can be notified when I do go live. So just to introduce myself again, my name is Jay. The YouTube channel is called Tripping with Jay. And thank you guys for tuning in to the news on a Tuesday. Thank you guys. I'll see you guys on Thursday. All right, guys. Peace.